When you get grounded in your body, you feel stable and strong. Anything that comes at you today, you'll handle with grace and ease.
Welcome to Fightmaster Yoga, the place to be when you're ready to deepen your practice and change your world. Hi, I'm Lesley Fightmaster. Let's begin with the shins crossed, sitting nice and tall, connecting to your Ujjayi pranayama. Ground down through your sitting bones, lift up through your spine. And if you would like to feel a little more grounded, try taking your fingertips to the floor so your hands touch a very solid surface. It can help feeling a little more connected. Or you can place your hands on the legs and then bring your hands together in front of your heart, creating our intention. May your practice help you to be balanced and grounded, giving you the confidence to show up and be seen. Releasing the hands and roll yourself forward, making your way to child's pose. Now spread your fingers wide, arms, shoulders distance apart, and press into the base of your fingers as your forearms lift up. And then inhale, come up onto your knees and tuck your toes and stretch into downward facing dog. Keep a little softness in the knees and then just start to bend one knee and then the other. Make sure your feet are hips width apart, hip socket distance. And as you begin to stretch back, you can possibly straighten out through the legs, firming the leg muscles. And work on turning your outer upper arms back. And then look forward and walk your feet toward your hands. Take an inhale with hands to shins. Look forward, exhale, fold, bend the knees as needed. Press down through your feet and rise up. Inhale, keep your ribs and your belly in. And exhale, hands to heart. At the top of the mat, feet together or hip socket distance apart. Firm the leg muscles, but keep your joints a little bit soft. As you inhale, sweep your arms up. Gently look up if it's okay with your neck. Exhale, hinge from your hip creases and fold, keeping your spine long. Inhale, lengthen the spine halfway up. Exhale, just stepping the right foot back and take the right knee down. Pad up that knee if it needs any extra padding. Reach up through the arms and sink forward. Do your best to keep your low back long. Release the hands down, come to plank pose. Take your knees to the floor, shift forward, slowly lower all the way down to your belly. Slide your hands by low ribs and inhale for baby cobra. Press all the toenails down. Lower back down, tuck your toes under, keeping your knees down, press up, and then lift the knees to downward facing dog, stretching back. As you inhale, lift your right leg back and up, keeping hips level. Exhale, step it up with the left knee down. Again, pad up the knee if you need extra padding. Reach arms up, inhale. As you pull your front ribs in, lengthen through your lower back. On the exhale, bring the hands back down and now step your left foot all the way to the front. As you inhale, lengthen the spine halfway up. On your exhale, fold. Press through your feet, rising up, inhale. And exhale, bring your hands back to your heart. And we'll do the same thing starting with the other leg. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, hinge from the hip creases and fold all the way forward, keeping your spine as long as you can. Inhale, lengthen it out more halfway. Exhale, stepping left foot back and taking left knee down. Right knee is over ankle. Inhale, stretch up through the arms. Look up if it's okay on your neck, palms facing in, pulling your right hip back. Exhale, bring your hands down. Come to plank. Knees can be up or down. Shifting forward, slowly lower all the way down to the floor. Bring hands by low ribs for little cobra, inhale, or maybe up a little bit higher. Roll the shoulders back and down, widen across your chest. Exhale to lower, tuck your toes under, knees can be up or down. Exhale up to plank, and then lift your hips, downward facing dog. As you take your next inhale, lift your left leg up from the inner thigh so your hips are level. Exhale, step it by the left hand. You can always help it up there. Right knee down as you reach up and sink forward. The left hip pulling back, maybe looking up, but relax around your shoulders. Exhale your hands down and then step your back foot all the way to the front. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Press firmly through your feet. Inhale to rise up. And exhale, bring your hands down to Samastitihi, heart center. Turn and face the long side of your mat and step your feet out nice and wide. Turn your right leg all the way out and your back toes in a little. Line up front heel with back arch. Bring your arms up on an inhale. Bend the right knee over the ankle as you exhale, warrior two. Make sure your knee points right over your middle toes. Now lean your torso forward and then inhale, bring it back to center. Make sure your shoulders are just above your hips. Pressing your back thigh back, gently lift your back inner thigh up and firm down into your front heel and the outer edge of your back foot. Breathe. As you inhale, straighten the front leg, set up for triangle, shorter stance if you like. Hinge from that front hip crease, reach out, and then come down. Your right hand can go anywhere it lands, to the floor, a block, your shin, your leg. Stretch up through your left fingertips. Lengthen the crown of your head forward, and maybe turn the head to look up if it's all right with your neck. And see if you can lengthen your side body, especially from your right hip crease through your right armpit. Check in with your steady ujjayi breathing. Looking down at the foot, inhale, come on up. And now rebend your right knee over your ankle. Lean forward, take right forearm to right thigh, or right hand down toward the floor, or hold on to your ankle, or use a block. Reach your left arm up and over, and then double check that your knee is still over your ankle. And make sure it points right over the middle toes. Has a tendency to want to drift in toward the big toe side of the foot, and that's not good for it. Press your back thigh straight back, keeping that back leg nice and firm and the inner thigh lifted. Press into your front heel, come up, inhale. And then straighten the leg, take your feet to parallel. And now left leg all the way out with the back toes in, slightly line up heel to arch, arms up to shoulder height, and exhale, bend the left knee over the ankle. So making sure that the shoulders, so if you lean a little bit forward and then you lean them back, you can get your shoulders right over your hips. That's where we want them to be. Then lift your chest up, but let your shoulder blades relax a little so you're not tight around the neck. Keep pressing into the front heel through the outer edge of your back foot. And let your back thigh press back, but your back inner thigh can gently lift up. Inhale, straightening the front leg, set up for triangle. Shorten the stance if you like to. Hinge from your front hip crease. Reach out as far as you can. And then take that left hand down wherever it lands. Stretch up through the right arm. Start to press even more into the base of the big toe of your left foot, pressing your calf towards your shin. The legs are straight, but make sure that the knees are not locking out. Now, lengthen from your left hip crease through the left armpit. Lengthen the crown of the head forward, maybe look up, but if it bothers your neck, look forward or down. Check in with your steady ujjayi. Always back to the breath. Look down at your foot to come up, inhale, and we'll bend the knee over the ankle, so if you shorten the stance before, you might need to lengthen it again. Lean forward, taking left forearm to left thigh, right arm up and over, or you can take that left hand down to the floor or a block or your ankle. Reach your right arm up and over and spin your tricep forward so the pinky finger faces down, the thumb faces up. And just stretch from the outer edge of your back foot all the way through your fingertips. Nice long line of energy. And then breathing. Scan your body and see if there's anywhere you can relax a little bit. Inhale to come up and straighten the leg. Now bringing feet to parallel with toes in, slightly hands to hips. Firm the legs, look up, inhale. Hinge from those hip creases as you come forward, exhale. Look up, lengthen, inhale, and fold into Prasarita Padottanasana A, exhale. Crown of the head is reaching toward the floor, may or may not touch. Shift the weight toward the balls of your feet a little bit so that it's even. A lot of times the weight wants to be in the heels. Let's even it out. Draw your shoulders gently away from the ears to soften. And now firm your outer hips in towards center and your inner thighs towards center like you're holding a big beach ball. As you inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, bring hands to hips. Inhale, back to center. And now turn your toes out and your heels in and start to bend your knees. So as you bend the knees, drop your sitting bones down. Inhale, reach arms up, pressing knees back, lifting your frontal hip bones up. Press down into those heels and just sink as low as you can comfortably. And again, focus in on your breathing. It might be a little more challenging to find some place to relax, but see what you can do. Relax your gaze, your breath. Inhale, straighten the legs. Take your feet parallel, step or hop together, and then turn and face the front of your mat. As you inhale, bend your knees and sit back into chair pose, Utkatasana. Weight into the heels, pressing shins back, inner thighs spinning down. Bring hands to heart. And now hook your left arm across and twist. Take a look at your knees. If your left knee has gone ahead of the right knee, pull the left hip back. Option to take the left hand to the floor, right arm up if you wish. And you can look toward the side, or if your neck's okay with it, you can look at your top hand. Keep dropping your hips down, weight into the heels as you're twisting from above your waist. Come back to center, keeping knees bent, hands on hips, and now stepping back with the left foot. Bend your right knee over your ankle and pull your right hip back. The back foot is flat for warrior one. Reach up through your arms. Make sure your right knee is over your ankle, pointed straight ahead. And then sinking down. As you sink down, pull that right hip back, send your left hip forward. Try to keep your ribs drawing in. Every exhale, let them draw in. Reach up through arrow straight arms. Warrior one. It looks a lot easier than it is, I think. Now bring your hands to your hearts and step your feet together back into chair pose. Leaning forward, but weight into the heels, stretch up through the arms. Drop your butt down. Now hands to heart, hooking the right arm across to twist, but pull that right hip back. So again, you want to twist from above your waist and keep your hips level. Option to go deeper with right hand down, left arm up. Always just an option. Never matters how deep you get into a pose. It's not even about the pose, just breathing, connecting. Come back to center into chair pose, and now we'll step the right foot back for warrior one. So as you're finding your warrior one, make sure you line up heel to heel or even wider. Start to pull your left hip back. Make sure the knee is above the ankle, pointed straight ahead. Reaching up through arrow straight arms, but relax around the neck. So there's no tension there. Steady out the breath. Keep pressing the front heel down and keep your back leg firm. The back inner thigh spinning back. Inhale, come back to chair pose. Exhale, fold over your legs. Take your feet hips width, grab your elbows and hang. Gently rock your torso side to side. Let your neck lengthen. Bend your knees as you like, or keep them straight. Let your arms hang down and just turn your head yes and no, just releasing any tension there. And then halfway up, inhale. Exhale, step 2, downward facing dog, all the way back. Arms, shoulders distance, and feet hips width apart. Keep stretching back to lengthen your spine. And then inhale, ripple the spine forward for plank. Slowly start to drop your torso down for an up dog, but your toes are still tucked under. A little different one. Shoulders above the wrists, and then lift up and back again to down dog. Walk yourself forward to sit down. And then slowly make your way onto your back with your knees bent, heels under the knees, toes point in slightly toward one another. As you inhale, lift into bridge. Lift your hips, low back, mid back, maybe the upper back. Tilt your pelvis up so your hip points lift toward the lower ribs. Spiral your thighs down toward the floor and lengthen your sitting bones toward the backs of your knees. Firm the side hips in without clenching your whole butt. It's a little bit tricky. There's a tendency to really want to grip, but let your butt soften a little bit. But keep those outer hips pinning in. Release and lower. And just let your knees drop in toward one another, or soles of feet together, knees apart. Bring a hand on your heart center, hand on your belly. Think of 3 things that you are grateful for today. And now taking the legs back up with heels under knees. Toes in a little, feet about hip socket distance apart. Inhale, lift again. Low back, mid back, maybe upper back. You can interlace fingers for swirling shoulders under, or you can grab the sides of the mat and pull. Press firmly into the heels. Spiral the thighs in toward each other as if you're holding a little beach ball between the inner thighs. And breathe. Keep your lower belly drawing in. Lift your pelvic floor muscles and lengthen your sitting bones towards the backs of your knees. Keep your neck long. Release and keep your interlace and just let your hips land right on your hands. It's surprisingly comfortable, but if it isn't for you, move your hands out of the way. But I tried this one recently and I thought, I kind of like that. All right, now you can move your hands out of the way, hug your knees into your chest. Gently rock yourself side to side. And then inhale, extend your legs up toward the ceiling. Knees can be bent or straight. Straighten them as much as they will. And just breathe here for a few rounds of Ujjayi. This is a nice way to change the flow of gravity on the legs. Especially if your ankles ever swell or anything, it's really good for that. Grab the backs of your legs and start to draw your thighs in towards your belly and your feet toward the floor as much as they will. So think of this as a forward fold, but upside down. Bend your knees as needed. Come into it as much as what is comfortable for you and try to stretch out your lower back. So you might bend the knees to get into the back a little more. Inhale to bring the legs up, bend your knees, take your feet to the floor, and then pick up your hips, take them over to the left and drop your knees to the right. Option to cross left knee over right as you look over your left shoulder. Turn your belly up toward the ceiling and breathe here. Take some deep, long, smooth Ujjayi breaths in your twist. Twisting is so good to keep the spine nice and lubricated. Yoga's so good for it. All the movements that we do. Come back to center. Take the hips to the right a little, knees to the left, and cross the right knee over the left if you wish. Looking over your right shoulder, as long as that's good with your neck. And then again, try and turn your belly button up toward the ceiling as you breathe and expand. Think about your breath expanding through the belly on the inhale and then taking it up through the rib cage, bringing it all the way on the inhale to the chest, and then exhaling chest and rib cage and belly. And release, come back to center, hug your knees in. And then taking your feet to the floor, start to lengthen your sitting bones toward the backs of your knees as you extend your legs out. Let your feet flop open. Bring your arms a little way away from the sides of your body with your palms up. And let your shoulder blades relax. Close your eyes. Sinking in, our quote today is from Brené Brown. You were born worthy of love and belonging. Courage and daring are coursing through you. You are made to live and love with your whole heart. It is time to show up and be seen. Quiet mind, quiet body, Shavasana. Begin to take some deeper breaths and start to move your hands, your feet, stretch through your arms and your legs. Reawakening your body. Bend your knees, roll yourself onto your right side and pause a moment and thank yourself for showing up and taking care of yourself. Great work today. Make your way to seated. Bring the hands together. Bring your hands to your forehead, reminding you to have clear and loving thoughts. Hands to heart center, reminding you to have clear and loving intentions. And your hands to your mouth to remind you to have clear and loving communication, sending positive energy out to all beings everywhere. Namaste. I just recently uploaded a video about hot yoga. It's been generating a lot of conversations. So click this video right here and tell me what you think.